want to show you today is the Fitting Florets collection. Now, collection, I'm using a little bit loosely because we've already had one item sell out because it's so stinking cute and popular. And so it is a collection minus the one item. The moral of that story is if you're interested in this, order as soon as possible because it is while supplies last. So the collection, let me tell you what that is, and then I'm going to go through and talk about each of the items separately, show you what my free card kit is all about, and how you can make some Christmas cards with it too. So let's start. The Framed Florets is this 13-piece stamp set here. You can see there's this font is just really pretty. It's got several different occasions that you could create cards for. And then, of course, the beautiful flowers. It's got the Framed Florets coordinating dies. Now, I just want to talk about these dies a little bit here. So if I just kind of set them, the stamps as they're shown on the case here are shown at actual size. So I'm just showing you how you can use these dies right with those stamped images. So a lot of the dies coordinate with the stamped images. I think that's all of them, yeah, that go over the stamped images. So you can see there's what, 7 here that fit those stamped images. So you can stamp them, color them, do whatever, and die cut them. So you don't have to do any fussy cutting with these images. But then what's super cool is the other ones you get too. So there are 3 frame dies, and I'm going to show you samples of what I did with these, but they are really, really cool dies. And then you've got these that cut out some more delicate pieces, and I've used these, and I'll show you what I did with those as well. So this, what I would suggest is ordering the Framed Florets Bundle, because when you bundle, you always save 10%. So you get the stamp set and the coordinating dies at a 10% savings. So that would be my recommendation, is to order the Framed Floret Bundle rather than ordering them individually. So this is the first item, is that bundle. I think I'm going to do, I have so many things here I want to show you. This one next. This is also part of the collection. It's called Framed and Festive, and you can see it carries that same font and style, but these are all Christmas greetings. So this one is available only during November. So let me pull this little chaos back in. This is actually going to be in our next mini catalog that comes out in January. Okay, so this one will be available later on. This, however, is just a special thing for this month, as is these gorgeous designer papers. Let me pull these in and show you all of the patterns. They are so pretty, and they are only around this month. And like I said, while supplies last. This was the last part of this collection, are these little swirled gold gems, and these have already sold out. So if this is appealing to you, I would order it as soon as possible because you don't want to miss out on the opportunity. And these are really pretty patterns. So what I wanted to show you is, for example, this die, let me pull the stamp set back in. This die goes right over that stamped image, right? But the way it's designed here, it also goes over that image on the designer paper. Do you see how that fits? So the dies are really versatile because you can use them with the stamps or the designer paper here. Let me stick that back there so I don't lose it. So we've got this gorgeous floral. This one here, it's a blushing bride background. This one here. There's such pretty patterns. This also, let's see, I'll set that up there and see if I can find, it's this one. I might not have it turned exactly right, but this die fits, it really does. It fits around these flowers. There you go. It fits around the flowers on this sheet too, so you can die cut these. And then just different patterns here. Another really pretty floral. I love this one. Some gingham and another floral. So those are all the designer paper. You get 12 sheets. They're all double-sided. So that is the fourth part. So we've got the bundle, the Christmas set, and the designer paper. When you purchase all 4 of those items from me by the end of the month, you're going to get a card kit from me that has the supplies to create these 6 cards that I'm about to show you. In addition to receiving the card kit, you're going to get a tutorial that's got photos and step-by-step instructions, okay? So let me tell you, first of all, the card kit is very simple because it's going to be the card bases that you need for the 6 cards. It's going to be some white cardstock that you need. There's several little pieces here. There's going to be some vellum and some gold foil. The reason this is all that's in the card kit is because when you order, you're getting all of the designer paper. So your order will include the bundle, the Christmas set, and the designer paper. And then you're going to get from me the other things you need to complete the cards as shown. And then, of course, the tutorial. So let's go through them one at a time. This one you can see here, it's stamped with Night of Navy ink. I only used 3, I guess, ink pads on all of these cards. So I'll be sure to tell you those. So if you want to complete these exactly as shown, you can make sure you get those ink pads if you don't already have them. So this is Night of Navy. This is that one die that I said did some intricate cutting, this one here. That's what I did with the gold foil. And then, of course, the little gold foil strip at the bottom there. So we've got 2 of the different designer paper patterns. This one here uses a couple patterns of designer paper, but I wanted to show you, you hear all this little clinking around, that's all my dies. This frame here, so when you run this through your die cut machine, you're going to get 2 pieces. You're going to get the inside and the outside. So the outside piece just cuts, I've got an extra one here. This is just the outside. So it'll cut just that, but then it also cuts the inside out. So when you put this through your machine, you're getting 2 different pieces. So what I did, I had a project where I needed the inside very vanilla. So I have all of these outside pieces. And then my outside was Mossy Meadow. So now I have all these inside pieces. So now my next project will include these. So the other one, let me see. Actually, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek of one of the Christmas cards I did. So do you see how I did the opposites? So this is what the die cut machine cranked out. The outside frame and the inside. The outside frame and the inside. It cut each of those pieces. So on this project, I used the inside white, the outside Mossy Meadow, and then I have these pieces left to do a different project. So that's how this frame die works. And that's what I did on here. You'll notice it does have one of those gold gems that are sold out. You will get that in your card kit from me. So you will still get enough gems to complete these cards. Here's the next one. Again, I used that frame, 2 different pieces. This one you can maybe see. I stamped on the background of that evening evergreen piece. This was die cut right from the designer paper. And then I added the little intricate die, that gold foil right there. This one here, the frame, and you'll notice this is the opposite, right? So this is evening evergreen inside and outside. Basic white inside and outside. So I try to do that so that I'm using both parts when I die cut. And then just like this is die cut from designer paper, so is this one here. Next one, this is so pretty. So this is this frame die here. And I cut that out with my basic white, but then I did it again to get the vellum so I could get the inside. So again, 2 pieces when you run it through, the outside and then the inside big oval. I just really like the vellum on here because it still lets me see that designer paper, just more muted. And then this layer is actually designer paper as well. And then you've got the gold gems on there. This is die cut from the paper and that little gold accent. And then here is the last frame. So this one here with the little hearts. So again, just having that designer paper in the background, peeking through the heart frame. These flowers and leaves, I actually stamped with my Memento Black. So I used Night of Navy on that first card. All the other ones have Evening Evergreen, except for this where I also used the Memento Black and I colored those flowers with blends and then die cut them and added them to the card as well as the gold gems. If you don't, you can color them, like when you order, you'll have the stamps and the dies, but if you want to color them with markers or colored pencils, watercolor pencils, whatever you have, you can use anything to color that in. So these are the 6 cards that you will get the card kit for. So you will get these supplies as well as a few of the gems so you can complete the cards as shown. You'll get tutorial with photos, step-by-step instructions, and you'll be able to make all 6 of these cards with the products that you order. So when I see your order come through, that's got the package of designer paper, the Christmas set, the Framed Florets set, and all the dies. So really this bundle, Christmas set papers, you'll automatically get this free from me. Now, what I want to do, just let me scoot this and pull the Christmas set back in. These are all just gorgeous different greetings. And like that one I already gave you a sneak peek of, I just used some of our Christmas designer paper and use the greetings right there. So that's the only stamping on these cards. Here's another one. So on all of these cards, my only stamping is the greeting, which came from the Framed and Festive. And then I just used some of the gorgeous designer paper that we have in our holiday catalog. So that's what I have there. Oh, I also did this. So this is a little card that's a gift card holder. And then this is another one of the images from the set right there. So you can use them for all sorts of things. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you is this here. So this designer paper, where is it in my big stack here? There it is. Okay. So one of the patterns of paper is this, they're all 12 by 12, is this right here. So what I did is I just took a small part of that and I've got my dark real red Stampin' blend. And what I want to do is just go over, I should go a little more slowly so it's not out of the lines too bad. What are you seeing all of a sudden? It's looking a little Christmassy, isn't it? So you can take this paper and just by adding a little red, whether you're using a Stampin' blend, a regular marker, whatever you've got to work with, but just adding a little red makes those look like holly berries now, doesn't it? And the leaves are a little different, of course, but I think you can get a legit Christmas card out of this designer paper. So in fact, I'm going to, I'll just comment here right on this video with the photo of a Christmas card that's made with this designer paper with that background. It's really cool because my brain didn't look at that and automatically think, oh, of course, that's holly berries. That's a Christmas card. But it's a really fun idea and just makes it even more versatile. So that is what I have for you tonight. I appreciate you coming on and watching. Remember, when you order the designer paper, the Framed Florets Bundle, and the Framed and Festive stamp set by the end of the month, and keep in mind, it's while supplies last. When you order that, you're going to get my free card kit in the mail that's got all the parts you need to complete those cards as shown. I use Night of Navy, Evening Evergreen, and then Memento Black with some blends to color. But then you'll be able to make all 6 of those cards, and you'll get the tutorial with photos, step-by-step